Hey everyone, welcome to Everything Programming Pro. So in today's video, as you can see, we are going to make a navigation bar in HTML and CSS. This is going to be a very simple video, but very effective, and you can add this piece of code into your project and get a navigation of your choice, right? So I'll tell you, I have opened a code sandbox. You can do this in your local as well, right? So we have an HTML index.html file and some boilerplate code is all already written over here, and we have a style.scss file as well, right? So let's do one thing. Let's put a nav here because we are going to follow HTML standard practices so that the screen readers and all kind of those things are able to see this. So I'll just comment this code so that this page is clean and we can start designing it, right? So the things that we're going to put on this particular page are, I'll tell you. So we are going to put a home button, then about about a section, then a contact and a help section, right? So let's put a div, and here we'll write home, right? And then another div in which what are we going to write? We will add couple of spans. So one of the span is going to say contact us, right? The second span is going to say about us, about us, and the third span is going to say help, right? So this way you can, if I save this, you'll see a very bad looking, I mean, there is something, right? Something is here, but we have to style it yet. So let's keep it, let's give this a class as navbar. We will call this as home, or we can call it navbar item, right? And similarly, we'll copy the class and put it to this span section. We'll put it in this section as well because these are similar items, right? So we'll save this and we'll write this as wait a second, I'll just undo this and we'll write class which is going to be navbar item container, right? So I'm not following this proper I mean not following any standard CSS practices. This is how I write the class name, because navbar is here, the navbar items is here, and then a container containing navbar item, so I'm calling it navbar container, right? So I open the style.css in a separate file. So first of all, we are going to uh, give this navbar, or before all of that, let's give the whole body margin as 0, and then padding as padding as again 0. This way we will make sure that page is not having anything of that kind, right? So navbar, I'm going to give a margin of 1 rem. I'll tell you all of the reasons why I'm doing that. I will give it a margin of 1 rem. Then we can see that navbar, and then there is navbar item, right? So inside navbar is dot navbar item, right? And again in navbar, that is navbar, we also have navbar item container. So now we want this home to stay here and this section to go on the same line. So whatever we going to do is we are going to give it a display of flex, right? And justify content space between, and also the width of the nav bar is going to be the width of the container. So if I'll save this, you'll see this is going to come in the, okay, nav bar sorry, my bad, not nav bar, but instead of giving it here, my bad, we have to give it here. So this way you'll see that this is now on nav, I mean this is here and this is on the next side. Again, the same thing we have to copy and paste here, but instead of justify content space between, we have to remove this property. We can give align items center, and then we'll give a gap of 1 rem. If I save this, you will see this will look a little better than how it was looking earlier, right? So I think before 100%, let's, for the display purpose, give it a width of 90% so that it doesn't fall right off to the page. And now let's give this nav bar a height of, let's call it 70 or maybe 16, and let's give it a height of 5 rem, right? 5 rem is given, and also we have to give align items center. So this way, this will come in the same line. Let's give it a background also to see how it looks like. We'll give it a orange color. So this look a lot big, I believe. So instead of 5 rem, we are going to give it as 3 rem. And let's also give some padding around padding. Let's give it as 1 rem across, or maybe 0.5 rem on the top and bottom, and then 1 rem on left and right. So this is a padding, this is a short form, right? This is how we do it. And also let's give it a border radius of 1 rem, with this will actually look good on this, right? So as you can see, also on navbar item, the cursor is going to be a pointer. This way, anytime you hover on this, this will actually behave as a button, right? So for the display purpose, just for the, because we have to add a hover effect on this particular thing, so let's just add a background color of white, right? So if you see, when we add background color of white, this is how it looks like, right? So let's give it up again a padding of 0.5 rem, and 0.5 rem is here, and then again let's give it a border radius of 0.5 rem again. Let's save it, let's see how it looks like. Again, all of these are just hit and trial, so we might have to do a lot of things, right? So now let's just copy this thing and come right here, and let's put a hover. And when we hover, we want that this background color should come. So now you will see every time we hover on this, this is going to come. So let's put a small animation here as well. So let's add a transition on, what are we going to add transition on? Background transition of 1 or 0.5 second ease in and out. Yeah, you can see, right? So I think 0.5 is a lot of time. So we'll just give it a nice soothing 0.2 seconds. So you can see this actually looks very, very nice. Again, I think the height is a little too much, so I'll just give it a height of 2 rem. And this way, you can see this particular component can now be added to any section of the page, and on top of that, this is responsive as well. If you can see, this is responsive as well. Now you can put it into on any screen size, and this will work just fine. So that's how you can make a very basic and small nav bar in very short time, which will actually look good on the page. So let's go to the body section and add a background color of hash E4, E4, E7. This is going to be a very subtle color. So you can see this is added, and now you can actually render any text right behind under this. So maybe we can put an H1 or H1. So hello world. So you can see all of those things will stay here. And I think main can also have a padding of, sorry, margin of 1 rem. This will actually center it right, right. So this way now you can render a whole page, and That's it how you can keep it uh, like this. So that's all for this video, and I will see you in the next one. And the link of this particular sandbox is going to remain in the description of the video to check it out. And also subscribe to the channel if you found this video helpful. We do have a Telegram channel and a Discord channel as well, where we can discuss if you have any doubts, or you can simply comment in the comment section and I'll happily reply. That's all for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.